Hello there, grade 5. For today, we are going to talk about the aquatic ecosystem. Okay, basically, just basic information what an aquatic ecosystem is. Okay, aquatic ecosystem. Let's try to define what an ecosystem is first. Okay, an ecosystem is made up of all living and non-living things in an area or environment. For example, um, basically, living things. Other name for living things are biotic. Okay, biotic. And for non-living things, other name for non-living things is called abiotic. Okay? And they live in a certain area or environment. For example, nga itong topic natin, which is the aquatic ecosystem. What do you mean by aquatic? Aquatic refers to water, basically refers to water. So this is an ecosystem that has to deal with water. So an aquatic ecosystem is any water-based environment in which the biotic and abiotic components interact with the abiotic components. So this is basically examples of aquatic ecosystems. Okay? May mga this area dito though hindi pinapakita if what organisms are there, especially for the living organisms, no? So sige lang. Biotic components or living things. Plants and animals that live in a certain environment are called biotic components or technically living things. This is a basic information. It's just that now you're learning that there's another term for that, which is called biotic. So for example lang, ito sa information na to, we have the organism. The organisms are plankton, nekton, and benthos. This is their classification. Okay? We are talking about the aquatic ecosystem already. Okay? Categories fall under the organisms are plankton, nekton, and benthos. Okay, plankton are those aquatic plants and animals drifting freely. They can be cells, larvae, ganun lang yun sila dyan, yung plankton na yan. Okay. Nekton refers to the larger ones, larger free-swimming aquatic organisms or those organisms that are capable of swimming against the current, such as yung mga fish, diba? Yung whale, yung turtle. Kasi referring to plankton like for example sa nekton that says organisms capable of swimming against the current. The planktons cannot do that. They drift freely following the current wherever the current will bring them. When you say current, it refers to the water the pressure of water, yung saan yung flow ng water, not current referring to electricity, okay? And benthos refers to the bottom-dwelling organisms, such as yung sa example na to, yung nasa baba. Meron tayong, for example, yung starfish, yung shells, yung crab, clam. So basically, that's how you classify the aquatic ecosystem. Okay. Plankton, nekton, and benthos. And each have their own definition. So examples of yung sa plankton nga are diatoms, which is in this case are basically producers. They are microscopic single-celled organisms. So technically you cannot see them. You need a microscope. Okay? They are producers just like plants. Sila yung kumbaga yung nasa first parang first part ng food chain, kumbaga. Okay? Diatoms or they are producers. And we also have animal larvae. They are consumers. They're the one who basically eats yung mga examples of diatoms nga. Okay? Yung larvae na yan, animal larvae. Okay. For sa nekton naman, obviously the examples are fish, turtle, whale, and anything else that you can see that can swim against the current. And technically, they swim. They can swim. Okay? And for benthos naman, we have mussel, worm, lobster, and the barnacle. Ito yung barnacle. Any worm-like structure, figure, organisms are called worms sa baba ng sa tubig, basically, sa aquatic ecosystem. A lobster is an example of benthos as well. Okay, yan ang mga categories natin. Don't forget about that. Abiotic components rather, sorry. Abiotic components, the non-living things. Okay. So, abiotic components are the non-living organisms in a certain environment. This actually includes light, sunlight. Okay? Sunlight is an example of an abiotic component. Temperature, whether it's freezing cold or hot, boiling hot. Oxygen, gas, are basically examples of abiotic components. Water flow, pati yung water flow, pressure are examples of abiotic components. Dissolved salt is also an example of abiotic components. Soil is an example of abiotic components as well. Okay. All these are examples of abiotic components that can be found in the aquatic ecosystem. And this, like what it says there in the definition earlier, let's just go back. It says there that in which the biotic components interact with the abiotic components. So, paano nga nag-interact yung mga biotic and abiotic components? So, for example, in this case, like it says there, light. Not all organisms prefers where there's light. Some of them actually go deeper, where the light won't be able to pass through water anymore, in which there's total darkness na. Temperature, not all organisms underwater prefer cold water. Mas gusto nila yung warm, so they go deeper as well. Okay, not actually deep, it's actually cold, the other way around, sorry. Yung sa above is actually yun yung medyo malamig, sa baba iba na yung pressure doon. There's actually pressure din doon sa baba. Level of oxygen, yung tubig na nasa taas are oxygen rich, but the ones at where there is too much pressure, wala nang presence of oxygen doon. Not all. The level of oxygen is already low. Okay. Water flow, it depends on the flow of water, no? So some animals, some organisms actually rely with the water flow. So if you watch yung Finding Nemo, there's a certain current that yung turtles that they follow for them to be guided as to where it will lead them, diba? So that's also one factor, how the biotic or the biotic components, which are the turtles, interacting with the abiotic components, which is in that case is the water flow. Okay, so that's one example as well, how they interact. Okay, so that's basically our topic. Okay, the aquatic ecosystem. I'm just going to give you more information regarding that and things for you to search the following week. Okay, so that's basically it for today.